Hey! So today we're doing some wood burning, and I guess we can just jump straight into it because I don't really have anything to introduce here. It is snowing outside, in case anyone wanted to see that. I don't know if you can tell, but those little flecks right there, that's snow. That's super overexposed. You can't really see it. Nope, that's even worse. But yeah, it's snowing. We've had a bit of a snowstorm today. We did not have a snowstorm yesterday, though, which was good because it was Faramir's birthday. He was born on Valentine's Day, so yesterday, for his birthday, he got to go to a dog park, and he got to run around, and there were 2 other dogs there, and he got to show off how fast he was in front of the other dogs. Wanna come here? Wanna come here and say hi? Oh, we gotta do the stretches first. Yeah, you have beautiful footsies. Such precious little footsies. Yeah. It just needs the attention so much. Or how will you know that the people wobble? Yeah. You're such a good boy. He's like, you can go on. Yeah, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yeah, with your fluffy little face. Stop moving so much, though. And you can see behind him, he has many, many toys to play with. Because he's such a good boy. And he's so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Yes, you are. I love you. I love you very much. So yeah, Faramir's birthday was yesterday. Got to go to the dog park. That was fun. You want to go chew on your toy? Get your toy. Yeah. Yeah, while he enjoys that. Yeah, another good stretch. Okay. I guess I'll set up here. I got some cardboard stuff to protect this table. Oh boy. I got some super glue a few days ago because I decided it would be cool to use some of these diamond painting diamonds that are left over from a couple of projects to embellish. And I hope it turns out well. I don't know if it actually will or not. And I've got this that I started work on. A bunch of these heart little things that I just think are kind of fun. Got the actual wood burning tool. And some picture frames. And some more picture frames. And a squeaker, which I guess just ended up in that bin. Alright. And then I also have here some of my wood stain, because not all of these are stained. But we might get to that later. So I think we're gonna start pretty simple with just some of these that I've already started on, because I think that'll be easiest. So I think for these it would be really fun to put little sparkles on the ends of each leaf here. So I think I'll do that to start with before we start with the fire hazard. And I feel like green would be appropriate. We do have, I like the sparkly greens, but we have a couple of different ones. So there's this yellowy green one that I have a lot of, but I feel like it doesn't have enough contrast. And then we have a couple of darker ones as well. So I think I'll just go for the darkest one. No, maybe the medium one. I think that'll be nice and sort of vibrant. And I guess I will need a little tool for that. you're so fluffy. Alright. So I got this. And a little bit of wax to help it stick. And then I guess we could pour some of these in here. All sparkles are indeed good sparkles. Sparkles are the best because they sparkle. Ugh. I still feel like I have some sort of cold. I don't know why. Alright, so this is new super glue, which means that it is super runny. But that's okay. Oof, gosh, that goes everywhere. It's okay, we'll just like dip this in here and then stick it down. No? You have to stay where I put you, or this doesn't work. Okay, slight issue, they're not staying where I put them because they're more attached to the little thing than they are to the wood. It's not an issue I foresaw, but hopefully we can still make this work. Alright. Progress is being made, at least nominally. No, don't stick to me. Stick to the art. Okay. They really do not want to stay where I put them. Oh boy. That's okay though. So there were the two other dogs at the dog park yesterday were, I don't know, it was like a big white fluffy dog that had like a big thick winter coat. So I think it was probably some sort of like, I don't know, maybe like Alaskan dog or something. But very fluffy, very soft looking. And then there was also some sort of cattle dog. I'm not also 100% sure on that breed, but maybe like a shepherd of some sort. But they were both kind of poorly behaved, unfortunately. They were really like up in your face. And the cattle dog in particular was really barking at its owner. Very demanding. I would not have put up with that behavior. But it ended up all right. And then, so funny story, on the way to get there, I was using Google Maps, and Google Maps, I guess what happened was they were like, when they decided on the route, like they decided where this thing was, the roads to get there hadn't been finished. So Google Maps just took me on sort of the road that led nearest to the actual location of the park, which was off of the wrong road to be on, to get there. So I had to do like a whole like little exploring thing where I had to figure out how to actually reach this location. And then afterwards, Google Maps sent me a little thing like, did we get you there? Like, we noticed you kept driving after we told you you had arrived. So what's up with that? And I told them, no, you did not get me there. You had the wrong location. And then it was like, okay, where's the actual street address? Like, where's the place where we should have taken you? And since the actual like end location of it wasn't on the maps because the satellite image didn't have the roads on it yet, I just sort of had to like get it as close as I could. But so hopefully anyone who uses maps to get there in the future will get a little bit closer to where they actually needed to park. And then after dog park, I went over and I was gonna go to King Soopers to get just some groceries. But as I got to King Soopers, I saw someone with a sign outside, and I remembered, oh yeah, King Soopers is on strike. Not everywhere, just in like the Denver area, there are a bunch of stores, and what the employees are doing is they're out in front of the store during the hours when they would normally work, and they're just all wearing signs that say like, please do not patronize, we are on strike for better working conditions and stuff. Because like the stores are still open, it's just that the workers are also on strike. So I was like, okay, let me double check and see like if this is actually something I care about or not. So I went into the store because it was pretty cold, and I like Googled like why is King Soopers on strike? And apparently what's going on is that like there's a labor union dispute where what King Soopers is doing is like it's from like I couldn't get very solid answers on this, but from what I can tell, what they're doing is something along the lines of like scheduling employees 38, 39 hours a week so that they don't have to give them full-time benefits, which is pretty shady. And I was like, okay, I guess I will support the workers and I will be a good capitalist and I will speak my opinion using my money. And so I went over to Walmart instead and got all the stuff there instead. So, not a terrible inconvenience, but yeah. And it's pretty impressive that they're, picketing outside the store since it was pretty far below freezing for a few days there. So, guess it was the least I could do. Okay. So there's that. And I guess we would just now. I don't think I missed any. So I'll just set this aside to dry and we'll see how it turns out. Now for this one, I was thinking maybe like a blue. Because I do have this blue, and then I think I have some like silver. I think it might be kind of cool to do like some blue and silver, like ice. That might give a cool effect. this one. Come on. Here we go. Well, someone's comfortable. Slowly working the super glue up. I guess there's some air in it. Oh, come on. Okay. Figure out how to get that off. I think we got a few blues on here. Might switch over to doing the silver ones soon. Oh, come on. Okay. I think that's a decent amount of blue. Gonna put the cap on this. And get all these blues picked up. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, and I have learned my lesson. The next one I will do on the paper background so that it does not glue itself to the table again. and I don't think we need that many on the lid. Okay. Polymerize already. Okay. Oh, we've lost 2 of the blue ones. I may need to give this a little bit of time to dry before I come back for more of the white ones. We'll see. Is the super glue not drying fast enough? Honestly, I feel like it's not. It's I don't know, it's like, I just opened this, so it's pretty liquidy. And, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Which is weird, because you think about super glue as being like an instantly dry thing, but apparently not. It did dry pretty fast on my finger, where I got a little bit, but maybe it's just because the wood isn't like polymerizing very well. But anyways, here's this one. I think it looks pretty good. Got a little bit of darkness here, sort of where the super glue got into like the wood grains, but I don't think that's a terrible effect. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that might be part of the issue, but I feel like it should be getting enough grip based on sort of being around the little gems and then getting into like the grain of the wood. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. It's just more a matter of it actually drying and hardening. But yeah, I think this one's done, and no, this one I think is getting there. Maybe it just needs a little bit more, I think, here and maybe here, just to balance it a bit more. Maybe one on that, and then I think it'll be good. Yeah, I don't think it's bonding well. I don't know. It's hard to say because like super glue is a polymer, right? So it technically is a plastic, I think. So it should bond pretty well to plastic, I think. But I could be wrong on that. Either way. Yeah. I think this looks more balanced. It's kind of like winter trees or branches. Alright. I'll put this one aside to dry. And this one I was sort of trying to make like ferns, which I feel like is still a pretty good idea. So what I might do is try and finish this one. You know, just to take a little break from the super glue mayhem and get some actual wood burning started. Let's see. So here's the little wood burning tool. I have an extension cord to a different outlet than the one I'm running on my the one I'm running my computer on, just for safety. I don't want to overload one extension cord. So I'm gonna get this tip on here. Make sure this is off. Good. I think I'll put these over yonder. Yeah. Okay. I'll plug this in. Turn on the power cord. Turn on the tool. Actually, I think I'll loop this through here just so that it'll rest a little bit easier. Alright, and while that's heating up, go ahead, make sure everything's all ready. Getting some super glue stuck to this little diamond painting tool. That's okay, I have a bunch of others. I had one that came with a sort of pinched end on this side so that you could theoretically pick up like 3 and put them all down together. And it didn't work very well though, because the diamonds were a bit too big for the tool, I guess. I heard a little putter, I hope that's okay. It's getting hot, which I suppose is a good thing. Let's see how it does. Not really burning, but that's okay. And this one I might not put any diamonds on because I just think it'll look cool with just the outline, kind of like a fossil, you know. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of steam off of it, which I suppose is a good sign. I don't know if you can see that, there's just a tiny bit of smoke, which means it's getting hotter, which is good. Oh, I was going to show you the dog. He is taking a little nap right there in a very poodle-like position. He's very fond of just flopping down on the ground and just sleeping there. He'll do it on the carpets, he'll do it on the hardwood floors downstairs, he'll do it pretty much anywhere. One of his favorite spots to be is actually on my bed. He'll jump up and he'll lay down where I usually sleep, and he'll just take a little nap in my spot. Yeah, he is very sweet and very fluffy. Yeah. I've always wanted to do that thing where you like get a treat or something and you stick it in front of their nose before they wake up, and then they sort of sniff it and then it wakes them up. But the problem is anytime I move, he seems to be aware of it. So I never like make it over there, and like I'm just not sneaky enough to do it. No, now we're getting some good smoke off of this thing. That's hot. All the smoke. Alright, there's one more. And I just have this little one to go. Alright. Might need a few more seconds to heat up again. Alright. Here's this one. I think it looks pretty alright. Looks kind of ferny. Yeah, I think this one's probably about good as it is. We can check on this one again. It's looking pretty alright. And the wood is like so warm. Yeah, very ferny. Alright, and then what I thought would be kind of fun, so let me get like a blank one here, is to do like little flower patterns, because I have like this sort of leaf looking one, so I figured I could just do like sort of this. And get like a sort of flower looking thing. And I figured I could do a few of those. Maybe this one is a little bit smaller. I feel like this isn't actually smaller. I wanted it to be, but it's definitely not. And then I'll burn sort of in the middle here a bit more. There. And I think we can do one like here. Smoke. What's that? Got like 3 of them. Let's see, maybe we'll do pencil here. Maybe we'll do like one here. One here. And one here. And then we can just do a few sort of stray leaves. I need like goggles for all this smoke, or I need to like not lean over the thing that I'm burning, you know. Either option would probably work. I'm gonna try sitting a little bit further back. There's that. Glad it's not getting super smoky in here though. I would not want to be setting off the fire alarm. That would be inconvenient. Okay, and then I think we'll do one more. And then I think we'll do a few just stray leaves or petals. Alright, I think that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because it's getting kind of hot on the handle part of it. And I do not want it to overheat because that would make it hard to use. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some gems in sort of the middle of these. And I think maybe like yellow, like maybe this yellowish green with like a little bit of yellow and maybe a little bit of light green would be good. And I think we'll just start with like plopping down. Okay, that's way too many in the cap. Okay. This. Got a little bit of super glue dried in here. Okay. And then I think we'll put one here. And then we'll do a little bit of yellow. Come on. this one here. Little, maybe a little bit more yellow than we did with the green. And then we'll do some of the yellow-green. Come on, you have to get off the super glue bottle. You're gonna get on the actual art. Come on. That. The absolute concentration that is required with this is a little bit crazy. Okay, it's trying to move around, so I think I'm going to set this aside, let these ones dry just for a little bit. We'll start on a different one. And this one, it's got a little bit of like fracturing to it. So I kind of think maybe I do have a lot of these black ones, and I feel like this might give kind of a cool effect. Not as floral, but more sort of monochromatic vibe I think we get with this. If we do these on the joints of sort of the fracture. Here. Gonna need more glue for that. Come on. Here. I don't think you can probably see that very well, but I'm gonna pick it up and give it a little bit of turns in the light, and hopefully you'll be able to see sort of the sparkles there. Faramir, by the way, has not moved. He's exactly where he was before. Still looking cute, still taking a nap. I must say, I envy that dog. I too would like to have someone else feed me and take care of me, and I just sleep all day, and that's all I have to do. Although it wouldn't be super fun to have to go outside, to have to go to the bathroom outside. I like to say, if I could shapeshift, I would want to shapeshift into the golden retriever of an upper middle class family. Because that is the life. There we go. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope. So right now I'm just sort of putting the middle of the branches on this thing. Which there are quite a few. No. Okay. Yeah, cold water pipe breaks have never appealed. Yeah. Yeah, in the sub-zero temperatures, but I guess like to be fair, the dogs do have like a coat all over them all the time, so I don't feel that bad for them. Okay, I think we got like all the branches here. Oh no, there's one here. Alright, so now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort of like put them here where there's a bit sort of a knot where it looks like it's going to branch out, but it doesn't. Because it just needs more glitter. True. Yeah. Yeah. I do make excellent points. Here. The nice thing about it though is like whenever it's cold weather, they pick a spot and just go to the bathroom so much faster than they do when the weather is like warmer. And then whenever the weather is warmer and he's just sniffing around for like ever, I'm like, I know you can just pick a spot. You've done it before. But no. Come on. Just stay where I put you. There we go. Alright. He has slightly changed the way he's laying on the floor though. Let me stick this one on and then I'll show you. So now his legs are not all out to the sides. They're just some of them are awkwardly out to the sides. I don't know if you can tell, but that's one of his back legs. It's just sort of kicked out this way. Yeah, apparently it's a poodle thing for them to just lie down in really awkward positions, but still be comfortable enough to fall asleep. one here. That's fine. I think some of them might have gotten glued to the lid there a bit. Here. Sprawled but tucked at the same time. That is an accurate descriptor. That is a very accurate description. He is strewn about the floor, but also wrapped up in himself very neatly at the same time. Note to self, do not put them in the lid again. They will get stuck to it. Alright. I think that actually looks pretty good. So let me see if I can tilt this in such a way that you can actually see all the sparkles. Maybe I need like a light. Let's see if I can get this to work. You can kind of see some of them. This isn't working super well, but there are little sparkles all over the place in there now. You can kind of see them at this angle. So It does look pretty cool in person, I assure you. And I guess we can come back to this one. We're going to be dumping these out so that they don't get glued to the lid again. Because I do learn from my mistakes sometimes. Very pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you could have seen it sparkle a bit more, but that's okay. An effort was made, and that effort did not quite work out, but it's okay. Uh-oh. Just do not want to stay where I put them. This one here. This one can go over. Oh. No, just stay where I put you. Oh boy. Problem is that the super glue wants to stick to me so much more than it wants to stick to anything else. flashlight's still on. Let me turn that off. There we go. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to set these aside, let this dry a bit more as well. Just so that they don't all get moved around when I try and put more on. Hoping this turns out to be really pretty and sparkly, but we'll have to see. For this one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I know on these what I wanted to do was add some leaves and make them look kind of like vines. So I think I'm going to turn this back on, let this heat up a bit. Oh, he is, update on the dog. He has returned to his original state as attempting to be a pancake. He's not quite flat enough, but he's making a valiant effort. Little potato. Little potato. No response, okay. Alright, and then we'll just let this heat up. It's getting a little bit warmer. Not really warm enough yet. The other ones that I wanted to decorate were these, and I don't think I'm actually going to burn them. I think what I'm just going to do is put some sparkles on them. Because, they're pretty cute. Maybe do some different colors and like some designs with the little dots. See how you're doing. A little bit better. Not quite hot enough. Well, it has stopped snowing. Don't know if it's going to snow more later. But that does remind me, I never actually showed, back when I did the advent calendars, one of them was this little tree. And it grew crystals, and this is how it turned out. So, even though it's in like sort of these plastic stands at the bottom, it's not quite symmetrical because the paper was just sort of bent. But it did grow these crystals, which is kind of nice. And the other one was sort of a solution, and then you put like a crystal thing in it. And I feel like it was more interested in growing over the beaker and like on the lid here than it was actually on the like crystal starter thing. I don't know if that's because we're in Colorado and trying to get this out from the bottom now, and it's just so dry here, so all the water like evaporated too fast. Oh, got all this crystal stuff falling off. Let me see if I can actually get this out. Getting a lot of sheet off of the like matted crystal off the side of the beaker. So I guess we'll just try to sort of bend the beaker a little bit to try and loosen it up on the bottom here. Here it goes. There's all that. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a crystal thing that grew in there. I just have to get it out without like completely breaking it. No. Well, that came off the lid. Or the rim. Oh. Okay, we're losing some off of here. Here we go. So this is what we got in the end. Looks kind of funky. Probably gonna try and break off like the bottom of it here just so that it's... No, it is like stuck. So it grew like sort of this like tree looking thing on the edge here. And we did get some nice crystal structures off of it. But I feel like we definitely lost a lot of the material to just the outside of the beaker. I wonder, part of me wants to just try and redissolve all of it and then put it in like, redissolve it in like hot water and then stick it in a fridge or like a freezer. Maybe just a fridge to start with, and just see if I can get better crystallization on the actual target instead of on the container. If I do that, although it does look pretty cool. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do there. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this back in here. So yeah, this is sort of our final yield. Most of it not on the crystal, but that's fine. So yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna do with that. I might try it, and if I don't like it, I can always just redo it the original experimental way, and I should get something pretty similar to what I got originally. Yeah, and that is burning much better. I did get a bit of that crystal on my hand, so I think I'm going to wash that off. Just, at the risk that it's flammable. So I will be right back. In the meantime, no, actually he'll move. Yeah, he's moving. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, look who's come to say hi. It's the little baby. Yeah. He's here to show off his pretty little face. Yeah, you're beautiful. You're a beautiful baby. Oh, that's a big yawn. You do big yawns, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you love the little chin. You love the little chin scratches. They make you so happy. Mm-hmm. Such a beautiful snoot. Such a beautiful snoot. Yeah. Oh yes, you just walk straight into me as a way to demand attention. Yeah. Oh, thank you for this little footsie. What a precious footsie. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I will hold your hand. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for letting me hold your little footsie. It's a beautiful footsie. Okay. Good boy. Oh no. Your need for attention is never met. I was gonna ask if you were good, but no. Mm-hmm. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so funny. Yeah. Gonna go chew on your toy. No, you want to be pet. Oh, both footsies this time. Thank you. Thank you for both of these footsies. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful footsies. Yeah. You're so good at getting the people to pet you. You understand how this works, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Go, go. Go. Do you want to go get your food? Want to go get your water? Go get your food. Go get your water. Go join your toy. You have so many ways to entertain yourself. Okay, I'll pet you a little more. But I have other stuff I'm trying to do. I know nothing is as important as you, but still, go, 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 go join your toys. Go get your toy. So demanding. So demanding. That's what you are. Tell you what happened. He saw me get the treats. And now he's really hoping. He's really hoping that one of those is gonna find its way to him. Isn't that right? Yeah. Okay. Go, 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 go. It's not a surprise if you know it's coming. Okay. You did a stretch. That's good. That's a good boy. Let's use this before it gets too hot to handle. I think I'm gonna do a bunch sort of going this way. Oh, it is so much easier not to breathe in the smoke when I'm not leaning directly over it. Who would have known? Oh, and he has returned to his tucked but also sprawled state. I can't tilt the camera far enough down for you to see him very well, but I assure you, he is. one up here. And I feel like I kind of have to put one here to disguise that. Stick one here. Alright, and now we'll do the other side. So we'll do one here, I think. Do one like that. Come in. Oh, now he's elected to tuck himself up all properly. Now he's a little meatball. That at least appears to be what he's going for. They're so cute when they put their little footsies all in like that. The other day I took him for a walk and it was pretty cold. It was 10 or 20 below freezing. And so I had him wear his little boots. And the first time he wore his boots, it was so funny because he was like, there's something on my feet. There's something on my feet. And he was walking around with his little feet. And every step he took, he was kind of like jumping a little bit. He was like, oof, oof, oof. It's got my foot. It's got my foot. It's got that foot too. It's got all the feet. And it was hilarious. And I got a video. And it is just so funny. And I was about dying of laughter while I was recording it. Poor little puppy had no idea what was happening. But it does save his little feet from getting too cold. And I think in the summer it'll also stop him from getting too hot. The handle's starting to get hot again, but I don't know. I want to keep going. I want to finish stamping all these little leaves. I think we'll add one more. Just to balance that out. Okay. Let's see. I think that looks pretty good. And then what I think I don't know. On the one hand, I think it looks pretty good as it is. On the other hand, I want to add sparkles to it. I think I will set it aside and then I will make a decision in a little bit. In the meantime, back to this lovely mess. And again, this little tool has gotten all jammed up with super glue, which is easy enough to fix, hopefully. All right. It's okay. A bit more than I wanted, but we can work with it. This here. This here. Come on. I feel like I need like a waterfall or something, like a little fountain behind me or something to give it a bit more ambience to this. Because it is taking so much focus that I'm really not able to talk very much. So much work, but it's getting so sparkly, so I feel like it's worth it. It's so hard to control. Okay. think that will do for this flower. Looks kind of natural, you know, a bit chaotic, as nature often is. Alright, what's this? What's this? Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then one more, I think. Here. A bit more clustered than the other one, but I think it looks good. And that one. Maybe we'll put like one more. Here. Is this one? Is that one? There we go. Getting so much closer now. Stay where I put you. Okay. So. Here. No, stop moving. Okay, I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of time to dry for those. But I think this one maybe needs a little bit more. This one's done. I think this one's about done. This one looks pretty good, I think. This one maybe needs like one more out here to sort of give it a bit more asymmetry. And this one maybe needs a little bit more. But I think we're getting pretty close on this one. Hello. We're just burning some wood over here. I'm going to turn on the wood burning tool again because I think the handle is cooled down. The downside to using like the cheapest wood burning tool available is that it does overheat a little bit. So I'm having to turn it off and then turn it back on. I'm making some art. Oh, you know, I'm calling it art. That's what we're going with. Let me clean up some of these little rhinestones. So I have a bunch of wood. I have a wood burning tool, and I have a bunch of these little diamond painting gem things and some super glue. So we're putting all that together. Right now I'm working on these little heart things, but I have some other projects as well. And once I get all of these back in the little container, I will show you what we've done so far. So I'm currently working on this one, trying to get all the sparkles on it. I just finished burning this one, and I'm not sure whether or not I want to stick rhinestones everywhere I think the leaves start would make sense, because it looks kind of cool the way it is too. And then with this one, which is a bit more monochromatic, and you can't really see them, but there are little rhinestones everywhere. There's like sort of a joint or a knob in the cracks here. I think this one might be my favorite. It's just the coolest looking. Then there's this one, which doesn't have any gems on it, but it's very ferny. We've got this one, which is kind of like trees looking, wintry. And then this one, which is, you can see the little green on the beginnings of every leaf. That's what I'm thinking about doing with the other one. Just not sure yet. But maybe do like a few more of these little hearts and then move on to something else, because they are all kind of the same shape, even though the patterns are different. So yeah. And what I might do is leave this one just in the sort of black and, I guess, tan. And then I have another one that I'm probably going to burn next. But I'm also going to do sort of the viney thing on. And I might do the sparkles on this one, because it's just got a little bit less busyness with it. So I think it might look better with that. In the meantime, Faramir, my dog, is taking a little nap. And I cannot tilt the camera any further down, but he is curled up right there. He's very fluffy. I did bring his dog treats over, so I'm really hoping that I can do this without waking him up and surprise him with a little treat. Oh, he can hear it. He can probably smell it too. Oh, yep, that got his attention. So we have these little bacon flavored dog treats right here. Oh, he can smell it. He knows what's up. Hi, baby. Hi, can we do a sit? Oh, you do such good sits. Yeah. Yeah, you're so pretty. You're so beautiful. Can I have the footsie? Can you shake? Yeah, you can shake. You're so good at doing the shakes. You like the treat? You can have the treat. Yeah. And some attention. Because what is life without the love of all the people who see you? And there you are, you're sitting too close to the camera. I can't put the camera down at you. But you're too cute. Oh well. Alright, let's see if the wood burning tool is heated up. It certainly feels warm, so let's see. We'll go this way first. Oh yeah, that's the smoke I like to see. Another one. And another one. All the little leaves on this thing. Beautiful, beautiful smoke rising off that thing. I'm glad the smoke detector's in the hall and not in this room, because it might have gone off by now otherwise. I thought it would be super cool to try doing like the microwave alternator wood burning, but I do value my life, so I will not be attempting that. Just the more typical, whatever you call this type of wood burning. Come on. Arguably, I should have done this before Valentine's Day, but I definitely didn't, so I'm doing it now. At least it's not as late as all the gingerbread house stuff that I did, last week. Because I was sick in December and January, so I did not have the opportunity to do Christmas stuff during Christmas. So I suppose you could say I'm catching up. Give me that nice leaf shape. So much smoke. Alright, now for the other side. Well, it's snowing a bit again. Sort of been on and off, I think, for the last few days. Which is, it's kind of fun. Faramir loves the snow. I took him walking one night while it was snowing, and he just had the best time. He just thinks it's the most exciting thing in the world. It's trying to heat up a bit again. Don't burn me. Just burn the wood. Is this? Is this? Come on. You would not think this requires a ton of concentration, but it absolutely does. is making like the whole room smell like wood smoke, but that's okay. It's not a bad smell. And I'm sure it'll wear off eventually. Okay. Is this one? Sure does make the wood hot. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off, let that cool down. Again. Alright, now the question is, do I put the sparkles on this one or on this one? I feel like this one is... I feel like I'm sticking with sort of my original intention, which is leave this one the way it is, put the sparkles on the one with less leaves, because that way it'll sort of help to give it a bit more. And this one I think is busy enough. And then what color of sparkles? I mean, I feel like it's got to be green again. Grab these. I'm gonna use these sort of clamp super glue and try and get it all. Try and get nice and flat on the base here. Okay. Put these over here. Try not to drop everything off the side of the desk. Alright, and I feel like we could do really all three greens and just sort of mix it up. I think that might be kind of cool. Give it a bit more complexity and nuance. And complexity and nuance is always fun. Get the super glue off this. All right. There's this. All right, and super glue, very important. Getting some nice sparkles on here. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, now we got some of these dark greens sort of scattered about, which is very fun. So when I went to college, I studied English because I already spoke it. And as an English major, you learn so much random stuff that's like useless, but it does help you understand the world a little bit better. Like one of the things that I learned about was how over the course of history, Disney has been drawing its characters to look more and more in the ratios of toddlers. So specifically, if you look at the eye size and the head size compared to their bodies, they no longer follow the proportions of adults as they did in, say, the earliest films, but now they're more in line with what we would associate with a 3-year-old. And that is not information that has ever been useful to me, but I guess it's interesting to know. And then, and in my, you study rhetoric and the way that people try and change people's minds, basically. And you see a lot of the techniques in use, and it's kind of frustrating once you know what's happening because you're like, well, dang, that's kind of underhanded. You look at advertisements and you can see how they try to take advantage of people's affinity for celebrity or bias towards people who are like them. I recently did a little survey, and part of it was to look at an advertisement. One of the questions they asked was like, do you feel that the person in the advertisement is someone like you? And I was like, no, because one, I don't like kayaking, and the commercial was like heavily kayaking centric. And also, I'm not sick. And the person was it was an ad for like a health group, and so the person in the advertisement had a chronic illness, and I was like, no, I don't relate to that person at all. I'm not in that situation. And it's kind of manipulative, but it's like we've decided that that sort of manipulation is permissible. Like, yes, it's a bit underhanded, but also meh. And also, when you study the humanities, you inevitably end up, while you're researching for, your random research papers that you have to do, you end up finding outlets and information sources that are just pretty wild. Like, I ended up watching a lot of videos about just so many crazy things. There's a channel called Technology Concoctions, I believe, that does like videos on just random technology, and I have watched so many videos of theirs, They had one on like the different types of fire alarms, which was deceptively interesting. They had one on like the safety features of those little electric heaters that you can get, little space heaters. And now I am so much more educated than I ever wanted or expected to be on all of those things. And there's so much information available to us so easily. And it's really remarkable how many experts are able to condense down their information to make it digestible to a wider audience. In addition, of course, to all of the conspiracy theorists and the crazies out there that do something similar, but instead of moving forward real information, they're trying to claim that lizard people are running the earth from inside the crust of the earth or whatever. I ended up getting exposed and somewhat knowledgeable in the flat earth versus non-flat earth community. There's a whole group of people who are like what they do is they make videos debunking flat earth, and some of them are more entertaining than others, but I know about there was a big, they called it the final experiment. What they did was they took a bunch of flat earthers down to Antarctica to see the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, because on most flat earth models that is impossible. And then what happened was the flat earth community, like those people, like immediately started claiming that everyone who went on that was secretly a government employee or operative or whatever, and they were only pretending to believe in flat earth, and that they were going to like betray the entire flat earth movement because they were going to, see the 24-hour sun, and then they were going to be like, well, shoot, I saw it. I guess the earth's not flat. So there was like immediate pushback against that, and then it's like this whole dramatic event happening, I think still happening, around that little experiment, that little excursion. And there are a couple of flat earthers who will make little songs making fun of the flat earth debunkers, and they're kind of funny, actually. Another sort of rabbit hole I've fallen down, not so much recently, but in the past certainly, has been the weird and wonderful world of Soviet aircraft. Because boy oh boy are some of those things crazy. And not so much in the crazy, like, wow, that's really incredible that they pulled it off. It's more of like a, wow, how did they ever think this would work? And also, just, like, it's legitimately impressive, some of the things that they tried to do, and that it was never going to work, but they, like, had to try anyway because it was a propaganda problem. And, like, the crazy stories that come out of that. the amount of lying and fraud that happened in all of those industries is slightly insane. But also very amusing. Not so much at the time, but certainly in retrospect. Oh my gosh. Just stick where I put you. It's not that hard. Okay. Oh boy. Just a few more. There we go. Done. Flip over. Here we go. Now stay. No, stay. There we go. Another one. Put you here, I think. And then we'll do the rest in sort of this lighter, more yellowish green. Alright. Is this one so close to being done? This coming. This one coming. Here we go. Alright, how many more do we need? This one's done, this one's done, this one's done. These two. This one. Okay, we'll need 1, 2, 3, and I think that'll be it. Does talking to the crystals work? You know, your opinion was not solicited. It doesn't, no. But, It is a a consequence of human nature that we sometimes talk to things that don't care what we have to say and don't listen to us. And come on. Oh, that might have been a snowplow. Just wondering if you should try it. I mean, I don't think it's hurting, I guess. I think more of a factor is how tacky the glue on this is. Because if the glue on this is tacky at all, then it'll override gravity and it'll stick to that instead. Oh yeah, that's a little snowmobile. Yeah. Yeah, there is something happening outside. Oh yes, you're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. Now talking to the dog on the other hand, he does understand. Oh yes, he does big yawns. You do such big yawns. Yes, you do. They're so fluffy. Fluffy yawns from the fluffy puppy. Yeah. You have such pretty eyes. Yes, you do. Yeah. How much snow is there right now? Oh gosh. Enough to plow, that's for sure. Yeah, he is so cute and fluffy. He's so cute and fluffy. Yeah, you like it when I scratch your chin. Oh yes, the snoot needs the attentions. It's so fluffy. You're so fluffy. I gotta trim the hair around his eyes again. It's getting a little bit long, and then he can't see very well in front of him, and then I can't see how absolutely adorable he is. Yes, thank you for this footsie. I will keep it forever and ever and ever. Yeah, look away. You can just look away. You wanna go see hi? You wanna go see what's going on? Go look. He's doing a little snort instead of a bark. Let's see. Just a couple of inches, maybe like 2 or 3. Not a lot. Yeah. He's barking because he can tell there's someone outside, which is the most exciting thing that ever happens. All right, let's make sure we didn't miss any. Yes, thank you, baby. I know. Okay. We're just gonna ignore that behavior until it stops. Okay, I think I got all of them. Yeah. Yeah, you did a good job. Thank you for telling me something that I already knew. Huff, huff, bark, indeed. Indeed. He's so silly. Alright, well, I think this one is about done. So I'm going to put it on the done pile. And then I think we're going to finish this one up and then maybe move on from these little... It is so sparkly, thank you. And I think we're going to actually move on from the hearts, because there are a lot of them, and go on to this little tray that I've been wanting to do some more work on. So first of all, stick some more sparkles on here. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, and I think we'll just put a bit more wax on here, which I think will work fine. Get out the glue. All right, let's see. I think this one's done. This one needs a bit more I think here and here, potentially. Let's see. And then I think I might just add one like this. There we go. I think this one is about done. This one needs a tiny bit more. Come on, don't stick to the thing. There we go. That one looks fine. Alright, this one I think looks actually pretty good. And then this one just needs a bit more. If we try this. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe needs one more on the top here. Like that. And then I think we'll be good. Alright. And then the real challenge is getting all of the little sparkles back into their container. Okay, and then I think we will be done with this. I like the concentrated sparkles. I think it turned out pretty good. So we've done this one. We've done this one. We've done this one. We've done this one. Finish this. Little ice crystal looking thing. And finally the leaves, which is a lot. So I think we're gonna stop working on the hearts now and move on to the tray. And I was originally thinking like, oh, this would be like a good like dice tray, like if you're gonna roll dice. This would probably be a good tray for that. But then I thought I want to do some beading as well. And this might be a good tray for that as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick this somewhere out of the way. Here we go. I'm gonna make sure this is off. And then I'm actually gonna unplug it as well because I really don't want to electrocute myself. We're gonna see if the tip is still hot. Something like a tiny bit of warmth, but nothing too crazy. It's a lot of hearts. What will I do with them? That's a good question. I think I'll try and take this tip off now. Yeah, it's good. It's not too hot. Yeah, I have no idea. I think I'll probably give some of them away at some point. I might see about like maybe selling them at like an art fair or something, you know, just so they can bring more joy to more people. Come on. Alright, and then I think this is the one we want to use. Supposed to this, yeah. So this one, because I want to stick stuff in it. Cool, thank you. Because I want to stick stuff in this, I don't want to put too many sparkles on it, because I want it to not, knock the sparkles off with whatever I stick in it. Alright, I'm gonna plug it in again. And then turn it on again, and now I have to wait for it to heat up. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to finish going around like the edges and just sort of highlighting all those. And then it actually has some like cracks in here that I might sort of work off of. And then, yeah, I think we're going to keep it pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I just have to wait for this thing to heat up, which might take a little while, but I think it'll be all right. It's getting a little warmer. Oh, you did a little husky bark. Going to check it out? Oh, that was a real bark. Come here. Come here. Yes, you're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. I give you attentions because you're fluffy. Yes, this is a cute little baby. Yeah, come here, up. Up. I want to show you up. Come on. Up, 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 up. Yeah. Oh, you're so tall. You're so tall when you stand up like this. You worry with this little snoot right here. Yeah. Yeah, you do have a little footsie. Yeah. Oh, you're majestic. You're a majestic little fluffy puppy. Yeah. Someone is attention starved today. Has it been minutes since someone told you you were adorable? He looks huge. He does look huge. And you did a huge yawn right there. You do bigger yawns than all the people. Yeah. You do. You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. Yeah. You're a good boy. A very good boy. Alright. Yeah, do you want to go eat your food? Do you want to go get your water? Do you want to chew on a toy? Yeah. Okay, go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Don't knock over the camera. Alright, let's see if this is hot enough. And we're really just creating a darker edge for this. Darker right there. There we go. Yeah. And then we'll Starting to get the edges here. This is doing pretty well. I'm not loving the smell of the glue that's burning a bit, but overall it's not the worst thing. Alright, good. Okay. Alright, there we go. A little bit more on these edges to clean up. Alright, so here's what we got so far. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow these cracks that you can't really see, but I assure you they are here. Okay, here's what we've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start adding like cracks, following the grain of the wood wherever it happened to burn out a little bit more. Now this one's going to be harder, but I think if I tilt it up, it'll be easier. Okay, and here's what we've got. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty stylized. Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty happy with it as it is. It almost looks like it's cartoony. Like it's the sort of thing you'd see in a cartoon. I think it looks neat. And I think it'll work, which is arguably more important. Thank you. Nice. I think it looks pretty nice too. And then put this aside. And I have a couple of other things that I could work on. It is almost drawn. Yeah, it looks like I don't know if you've seen Binti and the Ink Machine. It's like a indie horror, and it's like set in like this cartoon drawn world. And this looks like it came out of there, if you ask me. Like it looks like with the texture on it and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. The bottom of it looks kind of funny just because of how the staining worked. But there's that. So yeah. I have some more hearts. I have some picture frames, but I think I'm pretty happy with what we've done so far. It is interesting. Thank you. I think so too. But let me switch over to here. But I think we're gonna probably stop there, just because the wood burner is cooling down a little bit less every time because I keep turning it back on before it gets completely cold. And little Faramir just demands so much attention. Now he's on this side. He never comes on this side. I don't know what's up with him, but I better go take care of the dog, probably make some dinner, and I guess clean up from all that stuff. But yeah, see you next time. I'll see you next time as well. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you do good sniffs. You do the best sniffs. You should do. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And if you see Sydney,